in the world now, many people writing so many things problem because there is no honesty, sincerity. But the people, they did not pay attention. Very simple word. Majority, the conflict between the family because there's no sincerity. There's the divorce between husband and wife because there's no sincerity. There conflict in the society because there's no sincerity. And many rich people become big problem and fail because they are not honest, not sincerity. But people understand, but people know well, but people dare not to see the real thing. I have seen in my eyes, I witness so many the learned people. They have so many certificate, diploma, at least 20 or 30 diploma and different subject. They keep in the room, but their life is terrible life because they are not sincere. Whenever they work anything, they cheat people. And then at last, when they die, nobody cares. But there's one lady, she studied on class 2, but they are very honesty. So they raise their children, 11 person, and family very happy. That is the thing. So the Buddha teaches us we should be honest, sincerity. You see now, for example, many people in the world, even the leader, they did a mistake, but they did not recognize the mistake. The Buddha, I respect him very much. When he left the kingdom, Kapilavastu, he wanted to find possible solution for the people escaping from the suffering of the life. Then he followed many teachers, and he could not find the solution. Then he mortified his body. And so, but his mind still clear, but his health is very weak. But one day he listened the musician, he played the music, and when the string star Thay broken, and loser no good sound. When they give a meeting way, they give very good sound. Oh, then Buddha, he say he understand. He say, I have done a mistake. The body is the cause of suffering, and also the cause of the happiness, like the boat. Where before crossing the river, we should not destroy the boat. And then the Buddha, he decided to give up the extremate way. He come to the middle path. He got enlightenment on Buddha tree. This is a very wonderful lesson. So I think one of the main point, Buddha get enlightenment because Buddha honesty, sincerity. He gone the wrong way, but he recognized the wrong way. But now humanity, we have many things wrong, but we say we are wrong. you see, even education now many problems, but nobody there to say. Even I don't want to say the name of certain institution. They teach the student to be a liar, to cheat the people, and they get very good mark when they're big liar. You see, that is a problem. Majority the divorce or the conflict of society, they come from a small thing, not sincerity, not honesty. Even the society, any organization. So the topic today is very simple, but I believe strongly if we follow the Buddha way, honesty, so certainly we have the heaven at the present life. I can guarantee you. So now I would like to invite the Professor Mirinan Chakma to give talks about this subject. Please. How Kolkata is a very cold, hot?
No, it's not that hot, not that cold. A very good morning. Yeah, we're lucky. A very good morning to. Yes, Guruji. It must be very cold over there.
Yes. I cover about 4 or 5 clothes.
I understand. So a very good morning from Kolkata. So thank you so much, Guruji, for offering me this chance to speak a little bit. But I have very little thing to say on this point. I fully agree with Guruji that sincerity and honesty, these are the essential elements of leading a moral life, a happy life, a peaceful life in everyone, for everyone in the society. But unfortunately, these are the most essential things are very much lacking in present day's time. In present day's time, what we observe is quite opposite. These two essential things are much more lacking and getting rarer and rarer. Actually, people are, in other words, I can say the people are no more that much honest and sincere compared to maybe the earlier times. In modern days, we find people keep on cheating each other in various ways and thereby causing their own suffering, as Guruji had already explained. These are very clear to every one of us. Just let me share with you some of the experiences in my college days life. During my college days life, I made friendship with one of the students to whom I met first on the very first day of our college life. Gradually, in one day, I discovered he told lie in front of all of us to our professor regarding his grade, his mark. Then the remaining 4 years, he was always hunted by that particular lie. He was afraid that one day the professor will be discovering whatever he told, because already the record is with the professor. So see, a very simple thing of not telling the truth of his grade and scoring. He was hunted by fear for so many years. And later on, in another occasion, I discovered he told lie to his girlfriend just in front of me. And I kept on wondering what will happen to him or what will happen to her girlfriend, her. So if, if he's married, then at the end of our last year, I mean the 4th year, they broke up. As simple as that. So that is the results of being not to be sincere, not to be honest. In our personal life, in our office environment, in our day-to-day life, in business circle, we find people, so many people are insincere and dishonest. And ultimately, the suffering is with the person who lives a life of insincere and dishonest life. Contrary to that, if we live a very simple and honest life, a very sincere life, then of course the benefit we get, as Guruji has already explained to all of us. There are numerous examples in every religion, to live a sincere and honest life. I need not to quote from the great teachings of the Buddha, as Guruji has already explained. I need not to quote from Jesus. I need not to quote from, Islam or any other big religion. So everywhere we find there is a prescription of leading a sincere and honest life. But it's not a question of knowing the benefits of sincere and honest life. The fundamental is whether we are practicing it in our day-to-day life or not. If we practice, definitely we get the benefit. And if we don't practice, definitely we are suffering. This is very much clear to every one of us. Now it's a very nice festive season in Kolkata. Here in Kolkata, in a multicultural environment, we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Durga Puja, we celebrate Buddha Jayanti, we celebrate so many things. So I sincerely wish all of you a happy, a happy festive season's greeting. Thank you so much. With these words, I'd like to end my brief talk here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chakma Mirinan. You see, and this subject we should teach in the school and university. Nobody cares why they check all this and technique, send the rocket, send the people go to the moon and on the planet. But in the family, happy. Yeah, this is a very funny something. When I talk, they hurt many leaders. I can talk to leaders. They not happy when I talk openly. Very simple. You see why? For example, in many countries, for example, the law of the marriage, so many 100 volume. But when they marry, due to some little money conflict, they divorce. But in India and Nepal, the law of marriage is only one pages. But majority, they live very, very happy life. We have such rule. And you see, like the country now, the happiness country is the Bhutan. They don't have many law, but people very happy. In our country, we have so many law. We talk too much, but we are a member of NATO. No action, talking only. Yeah, sincerity, honesty. So I think this is a subject. If I have the chance, I meet the leader, I would like particular education minister. You should talk. We should introduce this subject, compulsory subject. Many business people now, many of them, they are not sincere, so they become bankruptcy. They earn a lot of money, but they don't pay the tax, and then how government survives? Yeah, not sincere. They talk one way, they do another way. Even in the religious organization, the same. Frankly, to tell you, I'm not happy. Some monks, they do nothing, but they live like the king life. They do not serve the people and just talking. This is not the Buddha way. Yeah. So I think we should stuck it. Therefore, my dream, I should open one school, training all the students from our school. The first one should sincerity, honesty, gratefulness. Then life, okay. Yeah. So this so one thing I learned from my master about this subject, when I go any country, I'm very grateful. I never harm any place. So I get so much benefit. So for example, now I'm living in India and Nepal. I respect, I love this country. So I get so much benefit. I never do anything harm. When I go Australia, I also respect Australian. When I go USA, respect. When I go to European country, I did the same. So I get so much benefit. And I never dare to cheat any people. Yeah, I think this is very important. But I wonder why people study many subjects, many diploma, but after they have terrible life because they are not honest. When we borrow money, people, we should return. When we borrow money, we run away. How can people lend money again? Isn't it? So now I would like to invite Professor John to share your idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Master. And it's Christmas Day here. I don't know where everyone is. So Merry Christmas as well.
Yeah, same. We are. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Yesterday we celebrate a very wonderful Christmas holiday in Himalaya. Yeah.
Yes, very good.
Minh Phước Trí, Diệu Phước Huệ, they give very good food. And we have good fire burning. Yeah.
Nice. Yes. Good. So are you at your monastery in Nepal, in Lumbini?
No. Now we are on Himalaya.
Very
Himalaya.
Good.
Where you cover the road.
Yes. That would be wonderful. Christmas in the Himalayas. Yes.
Yeah, wonderful. Now I think if someone see the sunrise and Himalaya up here, it's fantastic, wonderful.
Yes. Yes. It's just something about the Himalayan sunrise is just.
Yeah.
I don't have the words to describe the feelings that I had there.
I think you also should write a book about your journey in Himalaya.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're walking on the goat track.
Yeah, you got that. And particularly you enter the smallest room in the world.
Yeah. Yes. Couldn't turn around. Very small room. Master's room is very
1.1.
It's very good. Sincerity. I have pondered this thought for a long time. I used to have a lot of trouble when I was younger. Well, not in a lot of trouble, but I was always scared and wondered why. And so I would often lie when I was younger. I remember one time I was maybe 5 or 6, maybe 6 or 7, and I lied to a teacher. My teacher at school, and I lied. I still remember today because I was so scared. I didn't want to look bad. I didn't want to get in trouble. And I still remember it today. And the teacher knew I was lying, but it couldn't do anything until I admitted the truth. And I have carried that with me for, 50 years now. So that was a big lesson for me. And when I was younger, the how shall I put this? Discrepancies that are not true that would happen in church to being very friendly at your face as soon as somebody would walk away, just not good. And I learned that this sincerity is sincere. And once I discovered if you could be sincere with people, then you would respect them, right? When you operated from a sincere place from within yourself. And then you would be grateful for things around you, and you would be honest. And these are the values of sincerity. When we can become sincere, that makes a huge, huge difference. I also, many years ago, maybe 15 years ago, did a course. And I won't say what that course is. It was, anyway, they promoted lying if you didn't know what the truth was, that because you would get more sales. They promoted lying and putting the blame on somebody else. And I questioned this quite vehemently in the course, and I just shook my head and gone, well, we don't want to look bad because then they won't look up to us. So I'm going, where's the sincerity in that? That was a course, a supposedly self-help course that ran right around the world, and now that person's dead who did that. Maybe karma got to him. He died young. They promoted that you couldn't look bad, so you had to lie. You just didn't want to look bad. And that was the last day, as you can imagine. That was my last day on that course. I lost a lot of money, walked away from that course. To me, what I learned from lying as a child because of fear, usually because of fear or getting caught or a consequence that brought up, I learned that being honest, 99% of the time, if I'd done something wrong and I stood up and said, I did this, I'm sorry, how can I fix it? There was never an issue after we did that. If you did that with sincerity, if you stand up and own your mistake without blaming others, without using the excuse, oh, I did this because, that's not sincere. That's not owning your own responsibility. That's not sincerity. I made this mistake. I'm sorry. How can I fix it? 99 of the time, it all goes, since being sincere has seemed to, people seem to change. I agree with Master. People think sincerity is, I have this feeling, so I'm going to expose you to my feeling. I'm angry because, and so they want to express their anger. That's not necessarily sincerity. That may be how they're feeling, but operating from a sincere place. My feelings are my feelings, and if I blame you for my feelings, then you have control over my feelings, and that's not, I don't think that's sincerity. I don't think that's sincere self-reflection. If you can control my feelings, then I'm not operating from my place of sincerity, my place of authenticity. I think when we're authentic with ourselves, becoming sincere is easy, and becoming honest is easy. The action man, if I just talk or if I do. And when we operate from that place that's true from us, then we are automatically sincere. And if we are automatically sincere, then we will be honest. And if we are compassionately honest, then I think then that makes a big difference. I have met some honest people. There has been no compassion behind it. If there's some serious subjects to talk about, then let's put some, I think we can have some compassion and respect with our honesty. And that makes, to me, that makes a big difference. And I'm ever so grateful that I have found some people in my life that can do that with me. They have respect and compassion and honesty, and that's what comes about. If we can operate from the same place, I think that we can get that back in our life, and that's a wonderful place to be, and that's good. Thank you. Is the sunrise now? All of a sudden, it's very light there, Master, where you are.
Yes, yes. It's a very beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. Thấy thầy đã nói rồi đó. Rất là lucky. It's a very beautiful sunrise, but I do not show now the sunrise and Himalayan up here. Fantastic. Can you show con show the sunrise and the Himalayan? We make the fire. Luckily, when the fire fall down, nobody there. Otherwise, they go to hospital. Yeah. Yeah. Very careful. Thấy chưa? Hồi nãy second time. Bởi vậy khi mà làm cái gì đó, có một
I can see that. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, fantastic. I wish in the future we should we try our best to bring the world leader come here 1 week, and they see the beauty of the nature and they change their mind. They are not fighting. Yeah, the world is really fantastic, very beautiful. But I wonder why they're fighting, making people in suffering. Yeah. This is a really. I wish one day, if possible, Putin and the Zelensky, Ukraine should come here 1 week. I think they will stop fighting.
Yes.
People, and we give good food. Now I would like to invite Mr. Brett and Nhung to share your idea about this subject, please, from America.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, and good morning to everybody. I would like to say, before I begin talking about honesty, John, thank you for saying 2 things. Number one, you had that event with your teacher when you were 5 years old. For me, that didn't happen until I was about 25 years old, and all my ex-girlfriends got together comparing notes. From that time on, I had to be a better person. I was in big trouble in 3 different states. A second thing you said, it was really helpful to me. That's about compassion and respect. It's so easy for me to be honest with other people in a way that either hurts their feelings or makes them angry. It's really important to get to that place of calm where I am being compassionate and respectful. Another thing I would like to say is that a lot of people I know turn their backs on a discipline like Zen or yoga or Tai Chi or Aikido because they think it's weak. The disciplines we have are not weak, they're just gentle. One thing we need to remember is that lying is still a good thing. Lying could still be a good tactic. If you're dealing with somebody who's deeply narcissistic, who uses other human beings and feels that they're special and they require a certain level of admiration and they are entitled to their sense of greatness and they remain arrogant and ignorant about the truth of life, if you have a narcissist who's your boss and your family's income relies on that boss, or you have a customer, maybe one of your best customers who is deeply narcissistic and who uses you and who is arrogant, you need to maybe lie by degrees. Maybe just agree with them. Even though they're lying, agree with them. And then when they're not watching, then do your life in your own authentic way. Harmonize with them when they're in the room, but then lead them maybe or redirect that bull. Lie by omission. Don't tell them the truth. Do nothing. Be calm and relaxed. If you're dealing with somebody like Vladimir Putin, It's very important when you deploy your troops. You deploy your troops in order to deceive. Deploy your troops in a way that fogs him, confuses him, buys you time. It's a conscious strategy to save yourself, your family, and your nation. Right here in America, right now, we have a political party who thinks it's very important to lie. They're really good at it too. But they turn around and they say that the 4 pillars of deception are academia, government, science, and media. These people lie to us, and then they tell us that these people who we rely on for the truth are really the liars themselves. So when we find ourselves in that situation, the most important thing we can do for political power is to be honest in public, to present evidence in public. It's like, for instance, if I want to get a mate, back to the girlfriend problem, if I want to get a mate and I lie in order to get her, well then if I'm going to keep that mate, I have to continue lying. I have to become a zombie in my own life. Or else if I become honest, if I become my authentic self, I risk losing that mate that I worked so hard to get. Also, lying requires a story. If I lie to somebody else, I have to remember that story. And the next time I'm with someone else, I have to remember to tell the same story. Or the next time I'm with them, I maybe have to tell the story. I maybe have to embellish the story and make it bigger. I become a slave to that story. And again, I'm a zombie in my own life. Also, everybody else around me begins to repeat that story. Now, on the other hand, honesty requires no effort. Honesty requires no intention. It comes from a place of absolute calm, and it leads to absolute calm. Jesus in the Bible said, the truth will set us free. And, you know, that's what Zen is supposed to do anyhow, right? And in fact, the CIA, in their original building, they carved that in stone. The truth shall set us free. So anything that Jesus can say and the CIA and Zen can agree with, it's got to be true. That's it. That's all I got to say. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Brad. You see, something is a very small thing. But the most important, you imagine, now I make a research, many companies bankruptcy because the leader, they are not sincere. Now many banks is bankruptcy when the people believe they deposit money. Why you make their lost money? When something difficult, why don't you tell the truth? And many organizations, at last they throw bankruptcy because they are not sincere, not honest. Many leaders, they are like rude because they are not honest. They're not sincerity. They think, they believe, and they see strongly their hand, they can cover the sun and the moon. How can? But they did. Now they are doing. I feel very sad. Yeah. Even the religious organization, yeah, they cannot cover. The truth is the truth. So one of the most important now, we should be sincerity, honesty. In English, they say honesty, the best policy. You don't think you can cheat people. You see, now I should say when I started my job, I work in the very famous man. I think maybe you know, Bernard Madoff. He's one of the richest American, and many newspaper world leader appreciate and talking him. But I work here in less than 3 months and left, and people thought I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. And now you see, now he in the American jail 150 years. He died already, but I think he must reincarnate. He continued to pay the prison time.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a good lesson. So it is very much like everybody expect the guarantee, because I'm a spiritual, but I'm a scientific mind. I did the research. So now I would like to invite Minh Đức Đạt to share a few minutes your idea about this topic. Thank you, Brad and Nhung. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I made up. It's nice to see everyone. Thank you all, Master, for the opportunity to share a few thoughts on this topic. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for your teaching. Not your teaching, from the Buddha's teaching is some of the most
you consent the subject.
Yeah, valuable to our daily lives, and that teaching, such as honesty, compassion, gratitude, I think are the secret to a peaceful and happy life. And today's topic is on happiness. I'm sorry, on sincerity and honesty. Like Brad, mentioned earlier, the truth will set you free, and there's a lot behind that. I think when you're honest, you're yourself, you're genuine, you live in accordance to your true nature, being your true nature, there's no internal conflict. You just are, and you live, in a calm, like Brad has mentioned, peaceful and just, I think more happiness, more happy, more peaceful, daily life. When you're not honest with yourself, first and foremost, I think there's an internal imbalance, within yourself. I think you will always have to go through a constant, mental struggle, mental fight to cover up the dishonesty. And that cover up continues to be covered up, to cover up another, and it's a never-ending cycle. And so it starts with just being honest with yourself, and the truth will then set you free, because you don't have anything to cover up, and you just live a very peaceful and happy life. And I think that's absolutely true. At least, from my perspective. The master always says that 3 things that will never go away despite being covered. That's the sun, the moon, and the truth. And I really believe that. And then a lot what I just said is more an internal reflection. And from an external perspective, when you are dishonest with others, or when you cheat with others, in business, as in life, as in commerce, or as in anything that you do, I think you can only cheat people so much, right? I think it's only a short-term gain. The master always said, believe in the law of karma. You wouldn't, the karma will come back at you. And so I think you only gain short-term benefits with by being dishonest to other people. And I think, genuinely people will know whether you're faking it, or you're not being, sincere about, what you're selling, what you're presenting. I think people can sense that energy. So I think, just first and foremost, just be yourself, be you, be real. And I think life will be just easier, and just will go in accordance to who you are. So that's my little input on this subject. Master, did Master go somewhere? You're next. Thank you, guys. Good morning. Appreciate all your time. We have another Master Min Khoản.
Namaste, everybody. So, as Guru and other people have said before, so the life would be more easier if you be honest and sincerity, because nothing can win honesty and sincerity. To my experience, all of my relationships before, even with my friends, with my partner, with my company, the thing that will
It's okay.
Yes,
I finished.
Yeah.
No,
So the relationship between me and everybody else is if that is based on not based on honesty and sincerity, it will fall shortly. Even if that was like a very good start with, but if that's not who I am, if I pretend to be who I am and who I should be, that wouldn't last for long. But if I was the one who I am truly is, maybe at the start it will be harder for everybody to accept, or for everybody to like cooperate with me. But after that, it will be much easier, because the one who with you but not with the real you won't stay with you forever. So that is based on my experience. If those who comes to you because of the lie you make, you show them up, and they will leave shortly after that lie exposed. To my friend, to my family, and to what I'm observed other people, that is what I can say about honesty and sincerity. Because I have seen that many people try to buy gift, try to give each other good to not for their honesty, not for their kindness, but for something else. Like they want to like doing corruption thing, and after that the relationship is not last for long, because that is not a true relationship. That's not from their honesty. So many things that happened to me when I realized that only honesty will help me. As many people have said before, the truth will give you relief, and you don't have to fight with the lie you built before. Like if you have a lie, you have to try to create a story to maintain that lie, and days after days after days, and you won't have a great sleep after a long day. You won't have a great sleep. Sometimes at the night you will have bad dreams, because you're afraid that people will expose you. So only honesty will give you peace. And that's what I can say. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, this is our young Samanera, but he has also a very positive. Yes, honesty, sincerity in our life. If we can follow nicely, sincerely, honesty, we can get so much miracle, so much benefit. I guarantee you, because you cheat people, I think maximum 2 times or 3 times, nobody follow you. Yeah, that is, I think this is the what they call the golden law, internet law. But I do not know now when many big company bankruptcy, majority because they are not honest. They earn a lot of money, then they run away. and they don't pay salary to the worker, and then collapse. Yeah, sincerity. For example, when you see, when I built a temple, I started my project in Lumini only $60, but I don't ask donation. But I believe very strongly the work. Few people understand, then my project finished, but really finished. And people talk bad about me. They say, "Oh, he's a very rich. He don't need money." I need money, but I don't call people. So honestly, this is one of the subjects I learned from my master. He repeat at least 3 times in the life. I practice it. So now I would like to invite Thầy Huyền. Share your idea.
Yeah. Hello, the master. Hello, everybody. I am in the Kusinaga on the way. We are in the Lumbini and the High View today. I'm very grateful for this topic because it helped me to accomplish some big Buddhist work. Before and now are completely different. I remember before I didn't apply gratitude and honestly in my life. So I faced a lot of difficulty in all my Buddhist work.
Mạng yếu. Chắc cái mạng
Taught me
rồi.
Anything, because I didn't listen him. Finally, I failed. I have very big problem in my Buddhist work. Especially in the USA, I work in Mount one the Buddhist temple, small temple only. Some people they make me very, very difficult. I don't have money. I don't have anything. I feel very, very sad because no people help me before. Finally, I remember my master before he taught me. He taught me many things. I remember all. And then I applied. Finally, I succeeded. Because I think that it's very, very important. If we apply the gratitude and the honest in the outline, especially the young monks and nuns. Because if we have the very good about the study, about the anything, if we don't have the apply the honest and the gratitude in the outline, very, very important, dangerous. Because now I always thanks my master. If in the life I don't have my master, he don't taught me, he don't give me the good lesson. Nothing for me in the life, because I'm very, very happy. But I trust 100% about the gratitude and the honesty. I hear some people, especially the Minphước young people. I think that my master, he did many Buddhist work, especially in the border polythetic. And now effort not realizing important. You know, I'm very very sorry my master before. You know, before I fighting my master before. I remember 2000 2023. Yeah, you know, finally my master have he very very strong about me. He feel very very sad about me. You know, now he understand me because before that I'm very young. You know, I think the and some people, the young monk, we must realize if we studied outside, we study school now, we do anything good, but we don't apply the honestly and honest and gratitude. We never have the success in our life. Thank you very much. Today I see the you know, he see the very young person in the USA. I would like to hear about her idea. I think that she share her idea. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Master. Thank you, anybody.
Okay, Dung, please, Thầy Huyen very much to hear your voice. Yeah. No, you say young. Now she is at least 30 or 40 years old, not young. Dung, she wants to give the idea. Okay, please. 5 minutes.
Hi, Master. Thank you, everybody, to give me a chance to talk. Actually, I don't know where to start. Things just come and same in everything in my life. I think I'll be honest. I like it because it's straight away and I don't have to, so I can sleep good at night. So I don't have a big thing to say. Same as accountant. I just talk about simple thing like accountant is CPA. I always treat my clients' business as my own with everybody. So, and I don't expect anything back. I just do it because first at all and more important, more than anything, I love my job and I love making people happy. That's all. That's how I am. So when they, so I just treat their business like my own, and you know what? Then everything I have today, it's come from my client. They give me everything in return without any expectation. You know what? Before I have a big client who manufacture pools in US. They sell swimming pools all over America. And when I moved in this house, and he said, "You, it's time to have a pool." I said, "No, I don't want it." They said, "No, it's time." Before he changed, he said it's time before he switched to another business. And that's it. Then all I do is I say, no, I cannot take from you. I don't want it. I don't want to owe you a favor. I said, no. He said, no, he owed me a favor. So all I had to do, I paid $5,000. So he said, okay, pay $5,000 and all yours. That's it. And people's, you know, I have the client who does, you know, distributor for special foods to high-end restaurant and hotel. They were saying, you remember big apple, right? Honey apple. Those apple does not sell in market. They just sell to the vendors, and vendors distribute to high-end restaurant and hotel where we don't know. Maybe we're not even, you know, afford to come there. I don't know, but every year they drop $1. Every year. they dropped 1 box on Christmas. And one day I said, okay, I want 1 more box because I want to give everybody. You know what? 1 box turned out $few $100. It turned out so expensive. I did not know. So that's it. And traditional every year, that's the Christmas gift to us. And that is all I have. But everything's come from client. And one client, they have a car collection. They say, you have it. I retire and I don't want it anymore. I said, no. But they said, no, you deserve it. So I pay very little for a big car collection. They're unexpected. So that's it. That's all I want to share. That's about honest and sincerity. You be honest, you treat it right will treat you back. And you do good thing come back to you. I don't know, but I love making people happy. I love it. Thank you, Master, and thank you, everybody, to give me a chance.
Thank you, Nhung. I think today is a Christmas. I wish if possible, you and your husband, Brad, should come to join the New Year in Himalayan. It's okay? Yeah. If you come, I'm waiting for you in Himalaya.
I'll wait till it warms up.
We'll check.
No, you see high technology, you bought many flights. Only I think about 15 hours from your place up to Himalaya. Please come, New Year.
Yeah, remember, I live in the Mojave Desert, so when it warms up there in the Himalayas, I'll stop by.
Actually, we plan to go to Nashville for a job, but since we don't have to go, we will come next time. Master, I will check ticket. I'll promise you I'll check ticket.
Yeah. If you cannot buy the ticket, I will offer you. I get money.
No, I have to pay for my own.
This has now one thing, you come here just about 24 hours, and then you will see. And then I think when you get the power of the nature, then you can do a lot of wonderful things. You say even John, he here only a few days. He changed his mind. Yeah. And if you come and John here, you can see John, he can cover the road in Himalaya. Okay. Thank you. Hope to see you next week. Yeah,
Merry
celebration,
Christmas.
New Year here. Thank you. Now I would like to invite another Sambanera of my student, Minh Phước Quý. Yeah, Minh Phước Quý, please. You can talk there. Yeah, okay. Or you come here. No, you come and talk 5 minutes. He's a young, but he can learn many things.
Namaste. Yeah, I'm a student of Master Huyền Diệu. Master, my real name is Nguyễn Phú Quý, but Master name for me Minh Phước Quý. I'm the first time I come to India and the Nepal. It's my happiness. So the most happiness in my life, and I will tell all guys here about a miracle, a story about my life. I'm just 24. I'm just graduate in Vietnam, and so when the coronavirus come, I have a lockdown at home. I can work. I can go out. So I following my father teaching. You should follow the Master Huyền Diệu to prostrate the Lotus Sutra, and when you prostrate the Lotus Sutra with honesty and sincerity, all the wish you wish, everything will come true. And when I prostrate the Lotus Sutra for 6 months, I don't know anything to wish. But my father, you should try to wish anything you want. And I start to prostrate the Lotus Sutra, and I say to the Buddha, I want to prostrate the Master Huyền Diệu in Buddha land, and and I want to sightseeing the four Holy Land in India and Nepal, and only about for 1 year, I heard my master have a tour to sightseeing the four Holy Land in India and Nepal, and I contact to master to go with master, and it's some miracle. And the first Holy Land in Lumbini, I am the student of the master Huyền Diệu, and master take me to for Holy Land, the Lumbini, the place where Lord was born, and the Bodh Gaya, the place where Buddha get enlightenment, and the Sanat, the place where Buddha first teaching for the first 5 students, and the Kushinaga, and the four Holy Land when the Buddha entered the Nibbana. So this is my miracle story about my life when I use the honesty and sincerity when prostrate the Lotus Sutra. Everything miracle come to me. Yes. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Minh Phước Quý. Master, I think that today the one we would like to invite the young people, because I think that today there is the Thi Vắng.
Yes.
You know, he just visit the Holy Land before. Yeah, Master.
Yeah. Now I think the young generation.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the Buddhist.
Yeah.
Buddhism is going down because we don't have the right person.
Yeah.
So young people, last time when I was in Vietnam, there's one student of Thầy Nhật Tự. He finished the master in Australia, and then he go to Tu Gieo Dưỡng, mean temporary seminary. But after that, he decided to become a monk. It's wonderful. Yeah. You say like the crazy seminary last time, Minh Niệm. Yeah. I spent a lot of time with him. But he unlearned it, but he don't want to learn. Yeah. How can we develop?
Yeah.
So I wish Minh Phước Quý and Minh Phước Hoàng, he will decide to be a monk, then wonderful. Yeah. Even he left. He should get good wife. Not ordinary. Honest.
Yeah.
If she like the tiger, then let he go down fight the tiger.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, before leaving, I very much like to show Himalaya. Please, you show Himalaya.
Yeah, wonderful. Beautiful today. Yeah.
Yeah, very beautiful. Now, I hope the new Christmas. And now, Brett and Nhung and John and Mirinand, please come New Year, celebrate New Year. Celebrate New Year. You see that now the life is impermanent. I very much like you spend this New Year in Himalaya. Yeah. Don't worry about the lodging, food. If you need, I will cook the food for you. No, if it's cold, you don't worry. I will supply the blanket for you. If you need 3 or 4, no problem.
Master,
yesterday,
I have a question. And please, I have a question. Please give me an answer. What do you think about the question I asked you yesterday?
Now, please repeat again.
What did you say?
I asked a question regarding the Sun and Sagittarius will be in the same point in the midday, in the noon.
Now, I'm telling you, all environment depend on the humanity. If we do not respect environment, so many problems come to us. That is also the warning. Many dangerous things, but I want to say all. So if everybody on the planet will respect the Mother Earth, then we have happy life. Now the climate change, because we do not respect environment, Mother Earth. So many problems. So I repeat again. Did you see Himalaya?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wonderful. So I very much like to invite you come here. New Year, I'm waiting for you next week. So please come.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the cold. If you need 10 or 20 the blanket, I think I can supply to you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hoping next week. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. You can see. Yeah,
Merry
bye-bye.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Thank you.
John, you should come, John. Now the many Nepali in Himalaya, they need you because you come over the road. You see, Himalaya, very small road like this one. But when the John he working, then he cover. Nobody see the road. and Jung and Brett, if you come, you will stay. I will introduce you. I'm an architect by accident. I make the room only 1.1 square meter. Yeah. Please come. Yeah, Thầy Huyền too, I think. And Miranan, I invite you and your family, whole family come. Yeah.
Sure.
We'll try.
Historical. Yeah. Thank you. Namaste. Bye-bye.